Hello, everyone. Lettice here. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all are doing well, swell, enjoying life. If not, hopefully you're able to start doing so. Or take those small moments and make them last as long as possible. Okay. Before this, it was just silence. And this is very loud. Or I'm noticing it's very loud. But before it was just silence. As I was preparing, I turned off the music, got really quiet, and typically I listen to music or even its frequencies and to the point. But it was just quiet, just silent. And at first I was like, okay, maybe I'm getting the energy of doing a silent reading, where I don't say anything, I just kind of breathe, go to the cards that are drawn, don't say anything for the first couple of parts, pulling the cards, just really gathering the energy, and then I just kind of go into it. Not walking you through the process of it, the channeling necessarily. But it was like, no, this is silence. It was quiet. It's like, okay, everything is really quiet. And the first deck that I was drawn to, which is currently in my hands, is two decks in one, which is the in the shadows, in the hidden truth deck. And it's almost like something in the silence, in the shadows, you know, that you need help uncovering, unblocking, working with, or admitting. Mm, but this is the first thing I was calling to. And then I was also drawn to the Hidden Truth deck. And so it's a lot of like uncovering messages. And within the silence, I was hearing just the, I would, I swear, the words aren't coming because I don't know what to say, which kind of lines up with the other reading I did, which is leaving someone speechless. So you could line up with that. That was the throat chakra one, I believe. Yes, it was. Ashe, thank you. Um, and it's this, again, the sense of that part was also in the channeled message part of the throat chakra. And during your channeled message, it was just silence. So this blue energy, which is shade, that feels weird. Um, this blue energy, this clear energy, this clarity energy, this radiant energy, this vibrating energy of what you're trying to come on. I don't know, it feels like I'm missing a piece. I'm missing a side step, but not really. It's a lot of confusion. I would definitely give you that. It's a lot of confusion happening for you, which is most likely why we're doing in the shadows, the hidden truth. Yeah, go watch that throat chakra channel reading. You don't even have to pick a card. They're two separate videos, just because that energy feels very strong here. Okay, let it be known, let it be shown. Okay. Shay. Here we go. You're going through some, I'll say some obstacles, some growth, some change here at the moment. So it feels a little confusing. I feel, thank you, Spirit, what you need at this moment in time. I heard a relapse is a reset. That was what I first heard, and then relapse came in quite quick and fast. Is a reset. The way that you're walking and moving in life, in the direction that you are setting forth, you feel like it has landed you in a spot of confusion of, have I done the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Have I worked too hard and not spent enough time with people or created bonds? Have I not worked hard enough and now I don't have anything to really show for where I really truly want to be? Am I like, this is happening? Did I like do something? Am I able to correct this? Am I able to flip this? It's this confusion energy of like, where am I? But also deeper on that of like, running from self a little bit. And not necessarily physically who you are becoming. It's more so how you interact with other people. And a lot has been turning out for the better. Mm. Saying this slow before I start reading it. What's this thing of real precious of my energy? I don't know. It's a sense of you. And you know the way that I'm speaking is just like really slow. Pauses. It's like that's, I'm seeing molasses. I'm seeing maple syrup coming out of a tree. Like this slow sap. Like if I really like take my time to get there, take my a moment to get there. And so in this confusion, thank you, Spirit, there is with all this question, I'm like, okay, am I? It's like that's a good part. Because that means you take what you're doing, who you are, where you want to go, how you want to operate, how you want life to feel, look, be, everything, how you want it to all come together, you're taking seriously. You're questioning, you're on it like, okay, are you able, okay, is this, okay, did I do that? Is you're actually recognizing, and it's more of doing it not so much in the process of really like overthinking, over pondering, over mulling, because like I said, it's this pause break, these pause moments. He's like, okay, yeah, okay, let me think. Was that okay? Yeah, because that leads there, and it's confirming with yourself, reassuring yourself, being able to trust in yourself, and it's like you're walking in like this maze, in a corn maze, an outside corn maze, and you're really shining light. It's like kind of like you're able to see it from above, but you are also down below. So it's almost like, you know, and you're walking, and you're the light, and it's illuminated everywhere you go. But you can only see so far ahead of you. But you're leaving something behind you. Your light has touched so much behind you, and the path that you have taken, have and are taking, thank you, proper English, whatever that is illuminating something. Whether you sat at a road and be like, okay, should I go here? Should I go there? You just sat there for a while, sit there for a while, really weighing out. Or whether you're like, you know what, I know, you know what, I'm just feeling like I'm gonna just, because why not? It still left a trail of you um, behind. So, with this thought, with this ponderance, with this break, with this moment, yeah, you're really getting in tune and in touch with self. And what that means, like, okay, it's good because if I'm taking myself seriously, taking my life seriously, I will, you're like able to push and help and almost enhance others as well. And it allows you again to be more precious with your energy, your time. Um, and be more happy to share it. Be more happy to be giving of it, your wisdom, what you know, your creativity, your thoughts, just your presence, all of it, just more willing because you understand the light that it has, the potency that it has. That has been my word recently. The potency of it, just the strength of all that you are. And you're able to recognize, okay, I also just gotta start going a little more slowly tapping, feeling the way I'm seeing like the break when you're like tapping, trying to find like a secret passageway, which a lot of like secrets, information coming out, the hidden truth deck, the in the shadows deck, a lot of like undiscovered things, unknown things. So allowing that to come into revelation with the more that you take those moments to kind of be like, okay, all right, this is what it is. Taking those pause, not speaking, taking in that silence, looking at all of it, feeling all of it, unplugging. So you are getting. I don't want to say it's like you're creating a new you, and it's even more brilliant and vibrant than ever because you're also picking up things along the way in this maze. I don't know why a maze is so important, or a cornfield maze. It's like it's very like chaotically structured. And I will wait for a sign from you. You speak to me through music. Okay. I feel like in these messages, I don't feel like it's an outside relationship. If they do, you feel like it pertains to that, go ahead. But the energy that I'm feeling is more so like that internal, right? That is and can and does affect your outside relationships, okay? Because that's what's currently going inside and that's what's been okay. But the I will wait for a sign from you, speak to me through music. That is your younger self, middle self, higher self, your team. Like that is all of them waiting on a sign to be like, okay, yeah. But they're also giving you signs, and I feel like you're also waiting on signs. Like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it? So they speak to you through music. And when you feel called to play a song over and over and over and over again, or singing at the top of your lungs, that is you also communicating, giving signs and information to them as well. All right, whether that's just, I really fucking like this song, I'm gonna go over it again, or just, I really fuck with this playlist. So really just getting engrossed in that frequency of that because the silence can lead you somewhere. And also, thank you, Spirit, listen to music without people talking. I got back into that recently as well, where I just listen to like there's a person that plays the guitar and they just drive around different places, just or they're in nature, and I love them. I love them so much. I will leave them down for below for sure. Um, or I just listen to music that doesn't have any sound. like words, like people talking or singing, or I'm just no words. No, getting back to that part of just okay, allowing your body to, because some people can't take the silence. That just it doesn't. They don't. You should be able to. You should learn how to. But that I will say is a gateway into getting into be able to sit in that silence if you're capable to. Because I don't. I feel like that's a sensory issue. So I don't want to. We're not trying to push nobody past a limit that's painful. Okay. Thank you, Ashe. Ashe. But that is a good gateway of being like, okay, I don't want to hear this song. I just want to hear or listen to the beat of a certain song that you really like. Just the beat. But just it's that music. They really took a pause moment, a break moment on that. And this is the chorus that it's almost like starting off with this energy leading this way here for you. We have I feel you even though we are apart, finding out the truth. Crush me. Okay. Oh. I feel like, and I'm looking at the next three cards because I'm like, let me tell you what. But sometimes we forget that when you trust yourself wholeheartedly, you're following your intuition, you're paying attention to the signs, you're going outside, grounding, you're doing, when you make a decision, you make a choice, and you feel it. It can lead to right or wrong, this or that, good or bad. Sometimes when you do subconsciously, consciously make a mistake, do wrong, get yourself somewhere where it's like an extra stressor, extra pressor, or pushing you in a way, whatever it is, where it feels like, okay, I don't like this, I really don't want to look at this, where ego is like, let me step in a little bit more than possibly I should, so that way you don't have to look at this situation. We can dismiss it. We don't really need to look at it. It's fine. So, thank you, Swear Dasha. So with the finding out the truth, crush me, and I feel even though we are apart, it's like this sense of you almost trying to close the door. But I feel like thank you because they're bringing back that maze. There is no door in a maze, and I feel like, and not saying that think what you think, but that's the sound I'm thinking. It's a maze of like there's no doors. It's just okay. It leads nowhere. Okay, let's go here. Let's go, and then you're out, and then you're out, and I feel like right now you're in the maze in like a pivot point where you're just sitting there like, okay, here comes a water fountain again. I've seen this water fountain before. Sometimes you have to admit that you can hurt people. You just have to. So, we want to think, we want to believe, we say we feel, for the most part, people don't want to hurt people. They don't want to cause any harm, this and that. But sometimes that first thing in their mind is abuse, and it's crazy because that kept coming up today. Thank you, I said. But there's a lot of ways to hurt people, knowingly, unknowingly. Habit, not a habit, trauma trigger, whatever. Right? And so the reason why I'm going through slowly because it feels like I'm slowly creeping open the door. Or the ego just like, hey, you got to let me in. I'm slowly like opening the door. Because I said finding out the truth crushed me, so I'm not gonna bombard you. And since it was like shit, we got chill. But thank you, Spirit. Moving forward, moving on. And so when you have to look at that part of being like, okay, this is something I may have done. And it's a part of you like Thank you. Thinking of the song of Steven Universe. Um, Here comes a thought that might alarm me. What someone said and how it harmed me. That's a good song. Something I did that felt to be charming. It's on that energy. It's like it's suddenly. I love. There's almost like a song for everything. Really pay attention to music. Um, but it's the energy of like you really have to slowly creep up on the store. Because even in the episode, they both kept repressing these things and they weren't able to truly come together as one and make Stefani, which is two separate beings that are already the whole complete self coming together to make one new. It's just watch fucking see it works. Anyway. Um, thank you, Spirit. Moving back, moving on. But it's this energy of sometimes you're gonna have to keep on the door like I did do this. I did possibly dismiss someone's feelings. I possibly didn't hear them. I possibly wasn't present for them. I possibly felt a way across and made them feel a way across. It's it doesn't have to be intentional. And it's not saying that you have to walk on eggshells. But when you recognize that you're not walking on eggshells and you walk on the street, you have to allow people to come and say, hey, this is it. Or you have to also be able to make sure that the door stays open so that the ego isn't like, no, you can't get in. So that way you're also able to recognize the moments like, okay, I may have fucked up. I may have done something. That shift, that mode. So finding out the truth crushed me. You may have done something that felt to be charming, that felt to be pleasing, that is not something that you want to hold as a part of your character, it's a part of who you are. But when things happen that is not a part of your character, but when you start holding on to it, trying to lock it in a room, it's like, it's still there. Deal with it. You don't need to hold on to it, especially since it isn't a part of you. You just did something. So let's go ahead and address it, approach it, take it in, clean it out, get it out, you know? So open that door, and take hold of that. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be towards someone, or it could be towards someone. But it's recognizing that you may have done it could have been like, damn, I was supposed to do this. And I have not. This is not how I want myself to live. I don't want myself to be, or I was supposed to say, I was supposed to taking that in, because we're not trying to hold on to it and get that shame, that guilt, that regrets, and that nagging and that extra time. But we will hold space for it. We just won't have to close the door behind us, okay? And I say all that to say, I bury myself in my work to forget you. I am not available, and I wish you would come back. Like I said, it's something that your ego is like, we gotta protect. We don't change the narrative of something. And sometimes it's something that you make even way worse than it is. Like, oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. It's like, really? That's okay. It also allows you outside reassurance if it was something in that sort. So that way it's not weighing on you. You're trying to lock it away. And then later on, when the situation does happen, when you possibly did do that, you don't know how to confront the situation. You don't know how to allow the situation to confront you. All right? So finding out the truth that you can be capable of doing something like that, or creating something like that, or putting yourself in that type of situation, sometimes it can hurt, it can crush you. But you still feel that energy of the person that made the decision, even though you're apart. And you wish that they would come back, because it's somebody that was okay with making a mistake, and you need that person to also recognize, like, hey, we can also correct it. Because right now, you being unavailable, wearing yourself in other things, work, activities, hobbies, passions, non-silence, non-quiet, drowning it out. That's not what you really want. Now, this energy on this side feels different, which is crazy because it's almost like a bridge, a border, or something right here. Um, it's almost like same person, separate energy, which that is possible, capable of more than feeling, going through, coming up with more than one thing. But this energy feels almost like I can't pull from it. You could have been dealing with somebody that is very spiritual. Love that for them, love that for you, love that for all involved. And not saying I typically, it's just like if this is part of your energy to be there. But they have just like, I feel like even if you are in contact with this person, like their energy doesn't even connect to yours. It's not in a negative way, but also not in a way that's like it's not connecting, it's not aligning, it's not meshing, it's not seeming like Velcro. Like we don't even. I don't know. It's like one of those people where you're like, I don't know. I don't vibe with them. I don't know. It's kind of like that energy, or it's just like okay, or like a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, or like it's some distant energy, but like not like I don't I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. It says you are not part of my plan. You came closer than anyone, which is weird because they feel like they're not close to you at all. And that's why I said I feel like they're spiritual because I feel like they did like there's not even necessarily cord cutting. Like once they say like I'm calling back manager, I'm calling back my time, whatever it is, or maybe you did, I don't know, one of y'all, both of y'all. It feels like a mutual slice. Like y'all energy is almost like y'all never knew each other, never met, never came close. Like if somebody wants to see y'all, you think y'all was complete strangers. But it doesn't feel like hostile energy or bad energy. It's just like y'all just was like, no. Or I just don't mess with them or just don't yeah. And came closer than anyone is a crazy thing to say though, to feel like this energy is completely abrupt. And I feel like that's something you have to dig deeper with because way deeper with. Because we have I love myself enough to walk away and that won't shut out. We need to let each other go. So I feel like with this severing, with this cut, with this bound, bound. Ooh. Yeah, separate energies for sure. When it's like the same, but not the same. Like this feels like the outside energy of self. You know, this is. Ooh, I don't know. This one is tricky. This one is tricky. Spirit is like they either have the situation blocked or themselves blocked or both, or you have the situation blocked. But this, that's like where it ends. It's like there's nothing more. Like there's something, yeah. Man, we'll come back to later. Spirit is really not giving me anything else, and we're just gonna rock and roll with that, okay? Um, back to your energy. Thank you, Spirit. Because that energy literally came right between that and back into yours. Says I am different now. I know I made a mistake. Yeah, I didn't even see these cards. I should. Um, I'm different now. I know what I'm and we. I know I made a mistake. Oh, you're gonna be once you pull and open that door, slowly. My candle pop and open that door and allow it in and truly confront what your ego has been hiding. you're going to be different even after you recognize it. Because now you're able to recognize it, and you're able to do something. You are the same person that didn't know, that wasn't aware, that wasn't in tune. You know you did something. You know you recognize something. You know how this has shifted you in the way of not only hiding it or not demonstrating the way that it's present, but also in the way that you're going to be once you're like, okay, this is truly what's happening. Truly what's going on. Truly what I did. Truly what I have been doing. Truly what I have been neglecting, ignoring. I wonder which one is popping, which is crazy. Um, I need to focus on my healing. I don't trust you. I wish I had treated you better. Like I said, you led yourself to a situation or an obstacle or challenge, or you maybe did something unintentionally, intentionally hurt someone's feelings, act in a sort of way, whatever it is. And you feel like, okay, the person that made that, like, I can't trust you. But that's where the healing, and these all threw it together, and I wish I treated you better. You're going off of what you know now, the mistake that you understand now, the actions that you took, and because of the repercussions of those actions, because of the outcome of those actions. If you would not have taken those actions, you wouldn't have gotten the outcome, you wouldn't have gotten that understanding. So, yeah, you could have made a different path, but that's neither here nor there. Presently, you recognize what's going on. You recognize that, okay, I'm having a distrust within myself. Yeah, my higher self, my spirit team, everything is speaking through me, in me. And in those moments where it's quiet, where I hear the door slowly creeping open and I'm wondering what that noise is or where that's coming from, and that feeling starts to arise where I feel like something is buried deep down below. Maybe I just need to keep walking through the maze. Focusing on your healing is what you need. Because you need to talk to talk to that person that made the decision, which is essentially you. It's gonna be hard to have a conversation with yourself, open and honestly, if you're walking in with distrust with yourself. That sounds crazy. But sometimes you're gonna have to be a little crazy, go off that edge that people feel like exists for you to really connect with yourself. Because that's all that it is. That's all that you gotta do. Sometimes really push that limit there, being like, okay, like you did that. Yeah, you did that. We did that. Okay, I did that. All right. We gotta do something about. We gotta do something about that. Because now you're hearing your voice, synchronizing with understanding. Okay, I have to. This is what I did. Versus no, I mean it's good. I mean well yeah, I mean that's what you're hearing. Versus no, this is what I did. This is how it affected it, the situation outcome. I keep hearing this song. I keep hearing this song. Okay, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Got a little crazy. Are you okay with getting in silence? Sitting in that silence. Alrighty. Let's see what future plans Spirit has for you. You know I'm going to feeling that. That's what we're gonna rock and roll with for you guys, okay? I don't know if this is not, this is me laughing off something that, yeah. Anyways, anybody ever like does something in school and like they call your parents and like when hopefully they're not holding you home, but then it's almost even worse with the entire school day. You just worry about going home, like you don't want to go home, you don't want to deal with that, like you just like no, I just let me make sure I clean, let me make sure I do this, let me like go above and beyond, maybe to ease it, maybe they'll forget, maybe they had a really long day, and if they're there when I get home, oh my God, that's worse. But if they're not home, then I gotta wait till they get home, and I gotta hope I don't fall asleep. Because if I fall asleep, then I might be woken up, and it won't be a conversation that I'm woken up with. I don't know why I said all that. What I do know why I said all that makes is weird. It feels like spirit is like calling you back home. Like okay, and like we got a call from your higher self about you. And so now you're like, okay, now I gotta go home. Now I gotta go to it. And it's not gonna be, a whooping. It made me think of that feeling like okay, now I really gotta you're just gonna have to deal, but you're gonna come home. And I'm like, this is what we said we was gonna do. We was gonna set up, and this is what they doing. We're gonna be here where I'm at right now, but right now you gotta help them a little bit. And so now you got the little letter pinned to your backpack. And you can't even take it off because they already done called and told you that they put it to your backpack. Oh my gosh. We got the Eight of Pentacles coming out. Positive movement forward coming in here for you. And like I said, it's not you're gonna go home to an aspect when you are gonna go home with a better understanding. Like I said, it opening that door, coming to that realization, coming to that truth, coming to that understanding of like, okay, this is what I did. This is how I can correct it. This is how I can move forward. This is how I can start trusting myself again. And recognizing sometimes mistakes are just decisions made under the information I had or what I thought was going to happen. A lot of pentacles. I love that. Six of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity coming in here. I don't know why I want to put that like that. I like that. Yeah. Heartache and loss. Three of Swords coming in here. It's almost like a triangle. Triangle is a really strong foundation to work with. Very solid. That's what they build bridges on. Which is funny because I said it feels like a bridge before you get to the that energy, whatever that energy was that person, and then to your energy again. So it's almost like a crossover, a leap over, a walk over of whatever ripple or tide, whatever. I don't know what that energy is. It's like they don't even want to pay attention to it. But where you are operating, where you are moving, once you don't let your pride get in the way, your ego get in the way, past triggers of trauma or just taking an easy way out, you're going to have that positive movement forward that allows you to have a true balance of things that not only have you worked for, but things that you have allowed into your life. Better communication, better understanding, better harmony in relationship itself. Balance, 11. I love that for you. I believe this is the Temperance energy coming in here for you. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. 8-11 could be significant. It's crazy because in the beginning I was talking about the light. You can only see so much, but what you touch around you. And this has all of the tarot, the swords, the cups, the pentacles, the wands, all within it and around it. Like I said, everything you touch before, during, and after, it's still leaving a trail of you, a trail of what you're capable of what is powerful, and it's Oh, I love this for you. I don't know what that was about. Let's get some final messages for them, your spirit. Because once you dive into that, like, okay, this is done. That's what you gotta do. Sometimes you just tell the truth, you might not get in trouble. That's what mom used to say. Who says that if you tell the truth, you might not get in trouble? Oh, it's actually the truth. I like that. Okay. Third eye chakra coming in here for you. I see. I see. I see. I see. That's right under the Six of Pentacles as well. So 66. Dual numbers. We got power coming in here for you, which is the Strength card. That is the leading card energy coming this way. Calling on that inner strength. Sometimes that's what you need to call your inner strength on. Not to face a challenge and obstacle, but really having to look at yourself. I'm gonna face and open that door. Truth. Okay. Truth is coming in here. Oh my goodness. Judgment card. Thank you. Right at the end. Closing out. An awakening. A balancing of things. Again, coming back in here. Walking into something. It's crazy because I kind of drew little stars and whatnot, and this is what we're ending on before I started this. So being able to really open your mind to that dark space, to that energy. Because who's to say you're really in a maze? Maybe you're just walking through your field of trees. That one, but that's where we're going. Okay. But step into your strength, into your power. I feel like you always got to use it to exert it. Use it to soothe self, to calm self, to give self that protective space while you are pushing forward and being like, okay, yeah, because I'm going to have to hear something, I'm going to have to do something that, it's okay to not be used to that. And people like, it should be easy, Sometimes it isn't easy for people. And that's why, okay, but I'd rather you do it while it's hard than not do it at all. Okay. This is when you're reading your information. Allow this to lead you somewhere powerful and magnificent. Open it up. Open the door. Love you all.